Bonjour, bonjour et bienvenue. Bonjour, welcome to this PR Rendezvous 112, where I want to talk about PR, of course. Is PR an investment or an expense? Is it an investment or a huge expense in your budget? So for those who don't know me, I'm NATA from NATA PR, and I'm passionate about public relations, and I founded the public relations agency, NATA PR, more than 20 years ago. And today, my topic is something we hear so often, and maybe this is what you're thinking. I'm going to be very generic here. Of course, not everybody's thinking the same thing and perceiving public relations this way. But I have to say that from my long experience, very often in North American companies perceive public relations as an expense. You put that in their expenses instead of seeing it as something that they really need, that's really important, that should be ongoing. So very often, not always, of course, some very generic. And European companies, we've worked with many European companies, French, German, Italian, Spanish even sometimes. And the perception of PR is very different. For them, it has to be part of their marketing plan, and it's perceived as an investment. Like there's no question about it. They have to include it in their marketing plan. So PR is almost a done deal. Of course, there are some negotiations, and the extent to which we can perform some PR depends on their budgets, and we have to respect some budget and some goals. But this is very interesting to see that perception. So every time there's a European company or a company, North American, hires a European marketing director, I'm all excited because I know they understand PR way better, unfortunately. All this to say, we love American companies, right? And some of them do understand what we do once we, been working with them for a while. But that's very interesting because, I've been around for a long time, and so is public relations an investment or an expense. Before really, this is something also more present today, I find. It's really because, of course, social media, when social media was becoming stronger, especially when Instagram picked up, maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Of course, TikTok now. So the perception is that, public relations should create instant sales. But before that, I'm telling you, before, Instagram and TikTok, we were held to what? To increase visibility, increase notoriety. And it still is what we are doing today. Like companies were coming to us, they weren't expecting sales right away doing PR. But I see it like it's not unusual. It's almost 9 company out of 10 that come to us. They're like, yeah, but how can we, measure the sales you're going to be generating? I'm like, this is not how PR works, my friend. This is not how we work. We're there to, complete what your promotion, your publicity plan, if you have one. But know this, my friend. So if you're not big enough, if you just started a company, of course, it doesn't make sense for you to work with a PR agency and invest a large amount of money in public relations. Of course, it doesn't make sense. But know this, though, if you're a solopreneur or you work for a startup, I can teach you how to generate PR results. This is what I'm doing through the NATA PR School that I founded. So you've heard me talk about the NATA PR School often. And I have a workshop. Don't miss this one. It's going to be a very interesting one, a very fun one. I'm going to be live on April 3rd at 12:30 p.m. in English, 11 a.m. for the French people. So if you, depending on where you are, if you are on LinkedIn or if you are on Instagram, go in the show note, not the show note, but the notes. The top, you'll have the link to subscribe to the atelier, to the workshop. So this workshop is going to be so much fun. It's about mastering the art of grabbing attention. And this is what we do. This is what where PR really can help you. So this atelier is going to be fun. I'm going to be showing you and teaching you, revealing our best tactics, what's working today, right? Because maybe just like us, sometimes, this used to work and it's not working anymore. So we are always looking at new ways of grabbing attention. And, to make sales, you need to do what? You need to capture the attention. get the attention of people. So get on our list and subscribe to the program, my friend. Register, grab your seat for April the 3rd, 12:30 p.m. And so, yeah, is investment, back to our subject today, is public relation an investment or an expense? I'd like to hear you on the subject. I'm very curious to see what you think. And I remember a few years ago, not so long ago, I still have a partner in Florida and many states in LA and New York. So we have different partners all over the United States. We're very present. We do PR for many brands in the US market as well, all over North America. And I was a member of this group of beauty CEOs. We were meeting once a month. It was so interesting. So we were sharing a lot of information. And even though I was present in there with them, they were complaining, all of them, about public relations. They were all complaining about their PR agencies. I'm like, why are you complaining about your PR agency? They're like, well, we don't know what they do, and it's very expensive, and we can't really relate it to sales. And I'm like, but before signing, a major deal contract with this PR agency out of New York, that's a few $1,000s per month, maybe sometimes $10K per month. I'm sure you have a very, precise plan. You know what they're doing. They give you have a contract, you have a calendar, you have a detailed plan, a strategic PR plan. They're like, yeah, but we still don't know what they do every single day. And wow, this is when I completely understood that because of social media, it's so easy to understand, because when you publish something on Instagram, or you have your new video on TikTok, it's instant. So it's instant visibility, instant results sometimes too. So because of that, people started to feel that PR was very slow and maybe not telling everything they're doing. And I remember thinking, wow, we have to implement something to be more present and be more in contact with our clients. That's about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So I created a new weekly update that we call, sometimes it's a bi-weekly depending on the clients and their needs. Many often it's once a week, where we will be sending them a little resume, a little recap of what happened during the week. And I remember announcing it like something big and official to all of our clients, and the response was just crazy. Everybody was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So we'll know exactly what you'll be doing. Even if, we gave them plan and calendars and they've signed a contract before. So this is something that has really changed, and that's because of the instant, people want instant results. And I'm sure you have to live through that just like me too. So even though sometimes they understand that we need time, but they want to know exactly what we're doing. So for you, tell me, is public relation, do you perceive public relations as an investment or as an expense? And I was telling you, many European brands we work for, it's not even a question. They will have. It's a given. It's part of their marketing plan every single year. So they work with either, an agency, sometimes they have their own team, but PR is a done deal. It's there. But for some other companies, they, change PR agencies very often, and they probably perceive it as an expense. So voila, as you can imagine, we love to work with companies that perceive public relation as an investment. It's so much more interesting, and you are going to get so much more for your investment, of course. So voila. So please click on the link below. I'm going to put it there, and join me on April 3rd, 12:30 p.m. That's New York time. And it's going to be a fun workshop. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be revealing some of our best tactics to grab attention, and answer any of questions you may have about PR, of course. And hopefully you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine.